Aotearoa, New Zealand, it's a wild and beautiful place. And us Kiwis have worked really hard keeping it that way. We've got really good at protecting what we love, being mindful of our greatest natural resources, protecting nature and the land for future generations. It's what we're known for. But for me, from the beginning, as a kid, I fell in love with the ocean. I remember the first time that I jumped in, it was this beautiful blue colour with the light filtering through the water, colours of the kelp blowing backwards and forward, beautiful iridescent blue coloured fish. I felt something shift inside me. It wasn't just a body of water, it's a completely different world. The most beautiful place I'd ever seen in my life. It's like, whoa. It's etched in my memory. I didn't want to get out of the water. That's where I belonged. That's where I wanted to be. It made me dream of adventures I could have. The ocean became my playground. Surfing, spearfishing, diving. Scuba was something I wanted to do all my life. When I finally got old enough, I just remember the experience, breathing underwater. We get to experience the stuff that's so difficult to visit because we're not designed to be in there, really. To have that extra time on the bottom, to be down there, to be part of this magical world, really drove me forward to want to have more adventures. When you're surfing and gliding down a wave, I love the feel of the wave. It's just the most magical feeling. You're kind of like one with this ocean force. What drew me to spearfishing was learning about these different species. It wasn't so much catching them, it was spending thousands of hours in their world trying to find them. You just become so in tune with your surroundings, being in nature, connected to the moana. The ocean's been a great teacher to me. It completely shaped who I am, and I've learned this is a very powerful place that we need to respect. As a young man, I found work as a carpenter, and I got good at it, but the ocean was always calling. I kept trying to get everyone I met to fall in love with the sea, telling stories and leading others. I remember thinking, how can I share what I love with other people that may not think the ocean is interesting? And one day, I took my video camera underwater, and it was like I discovered a whole new way to share what I love. I've never felt so alive. It was almost like something mystical happened to me. This is the biggest high I'd ever had. One day I'm hunting with a spear gun, but now I'm hunting with a camera. And the beauty about it is that I get to share that with millions of people. I knew I wanted to do this full time. So I quit my construction business. I had no plan B. This is what I wanted to do. It's hard to make your way as an underwater cameraman, trying to get a reputation and feed the family and pay the bills. But I think I've been really, really lucky. The very first job was to film Orca for Jean-Michel Cousteau. It opened up some really big doors for me. And it's not normal that your first job is for an international documentary. I've had so many pinch myself moments. And I just think I'm meant to be telling stories. Things have fallen in place for me, and it's been pretty cool. I remember having my little kids sitting around the TV and they're all mesmerised by this footage, and I was like, whoa, this is powerful.
My dad, he's taught me all about the ocean. Ever since I was in nappies, he used to come home, put it all on the TV, and we'd sit there and get our own private documentary. Seeing Dad's footage, it opened my eyes. I realised that this place is pretty cool. When he was filming Orca in New Zealand, I got to go out on the boat, being able to see them in real life. Those are some of my favourite memories. I still think back to it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so lucky.
For me, sharing my love of the ocean is more than a job. I think it's my purpose in life.
Growing up with my dad has such a huge influence in my life. I was 12 years old. There was a segment on the news, a turtle had washed up on a beach. They found over 500 pieces of plastic in its belly. I was shocked to my core, and it really affected me as a 12-year-old. And I had a science project I had to do for school, and I wanted to show everyone what was happening with turtles in New Zealand. I remember vividly going up to him, I asked him to help me make a video, and he said,
I was busy. It's like, oh my goodness, another thing to do. But Hearing my daughter saying she wanted to do a story about the stuff that I was passionate about, I made it happen. How could you not?
When I presented it to the class, I could feel the impact. The kids were so engaged.
She had a voice and it was powerful, it was relatable, and importantly, it was hopeful.
My principal, he saw the power in it and he showed the project to my whole school. It had a big impact, way bigger than I thought.
The children, their imaginations are set alight by stories. Having a personality telling those stories is even more powerful. Kids go, man, I want to be like Riley. I want to experience that for myself. And I had a light bulb moment. It wasn't just about sharing facts, it was about sparking something inside them. I saw that Riley and we shared this gift.
It was a huge eye-opener. We worked as a great team and I learned lots. It was cool. But it was just the start.
I asked her if she was interested in telling other ocean stories.
I wanted to keep going. I wanted to do stories on whales, dolphins, kinna, kelp, everything. We created a TV show for kids to teach them about the ocean and to get them excited about it.
There's so many children in New Zealand that have never even been to the beach, let alone snorkeled. And so we're taking the ocean to people that don't currently have access to it.
Starting filming a TV show was very scary. I was scared of seaweed, I was scared of crabs, I was even scared of fish. I personally love telling kids this because it's so normal to be scared of the ocean. But these fears can kind of take control. The more I learned about these things I was scared of, and the more we did it, the more I was like, this is awesome. It's pretty powerful to realize that when we face our fears, the most beautiful things can come out of them. With Young Ocean Explorers, we've tried really hard having fun. We did 20 episodes for TV. They went so well.
During those years, I began to notice things were changing out there. Fragile environments were in trouble. I felt this sense of alarm, of fear that my kids, that future generations, might not be able to see and experience the ocean as I had. I genuinely want kids to experience a thriving ocean, and we need to do things differently to allow that to happen. Ecosystems once rich and abundant in my youth are falling apart, and it's happening fast.
And now is a very different world we're living in. The lack of marine protection, ocean pollution, overfishing, and invasive species. Sometimes I find it very overwhelming.
In New Zealand, we're really good at connecting and protecting the land, but a lot of us aren't as connected to what happens underneath the surface. While 30% of New Zealand's land is protected, less than half of 1% of our ocean is. That's just not right. It's a major oversight here in New Zealand, and it needs to change.
We knew that if we wanted to make a difference, we had to make a generational change. By connecting hearts and minds with the importance of learning, enjoying, and caring for the ocean.
What started as a television show evolved into something much more.
We took Young Ocean Explorers online to help New Zealand schools and teachers to educate and inspire kids about our ocean.
Decided early on that we were going to target teachers because every teacher we get at least 28 kids. We designed the program for 5 to 13-year-olds, supporting teachers, empowering them to lead their classrooms through our fun and engaging content.
Teach their kids about the ocean and get them excited through great storytelling, sharing the beauty, awe, and fascination of the ocean, bringing its creatures to life, making it fun.
So we developed a program called a 21-day challenge, where it's 21 days of learning. This is taking kids on a really long journey, learning about the moana.
We show the kids how all these amazing creatures are connected, how important their ecosystems are to us, and how we can all help protect them.
Easy to access tools for teachers that work within the curriculum. It makes their job easier.
Not just through entertaining video, but through hands-on learning, in-class activities with real-world challenges and results.
And this has to be free because we want everybody to see it.
So that the next generation has the knowledge, the wisdom, and the tools to make a better future for the ocean.
We can see the power of our work. Kids are a powerful force. They're taking action, picking up plastic, activating their families with their passion, raising awareness in their communities. It gives me hope for the future. I've seen it again and again, the power of storytelling to kids. Seeing their eyes light up, such a powerful thing.
To date, we have reached thousands of classrooms and had over millions of views. The goal, ultimately, to return health and abundance to the ocean to our country and to our planet.
It's a tall order for sure, and we can't do it alone. We're looking for support from those who also care about the ocean. And recently, we've been collaborating with SeaLegacy, sharing the story of Aotearoa and our failing ecosystems and policies here in New Zealand. And they're sharing our story, helping us improve awareness.
Spending time with Paul and Mitty was amazing. They are so inspiring. Hearing their stories, hearing their heartbreak, hearing their passion, being a voice of hope really resonated with me.
It's good to have friends on our side out there who believe in what we're doing.
There's good people in this world who are really trying. So if we all just try and do our part, there are so many reasons to be hopeful. We want a thriving ocean for future generations. We're advocating for better policies, more awareness, and more protection to restore health and abundance.
To protect the ocean, we need to connect our nation with what happens underneath. So important for our health, for our well-being, for the future of the planet. We have the power to change the future of our ocean, but it starts with education, with hope. And it starts now. We want to reach every child in every classroom throughout New Zealand and beyond. We're stoked with the impact that we've had so far, but we're even more excited about what's ahead. If we get enough people saying we have to have change, that we have to look after this out there, politicians will move. We need to have a whole nation that's connected to the ocean. And I think we can do that with Young Ocean Explorers.
If we can truly reach this next generation, then they will be the ones to save it.
The ocean's given me everything, and now it's my turn to give back, to inspire the next generation to protect the ocean. An ocean that they understand, love, and are a part of.
So, that's my family story. But really, it's our story. Aotearoa, New Zealand, our kids, our ocean. And this is just the beginning.